So I'm speaking with Renah Omo Osiemi. She's the managing director of Zedcrest Wealth. Renah, thank you for joining me on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Paul.
Yeah, could you just start by telling us a bit about your journey into wealth management?
Oh, okay. Let's just first say that I started, I mean, it's been different things, right? But so I have a first degree in microbiology, right? And as
Okay.
with all of us, you can start somewhere and end somewhere else, right? So
Of
I started
course, of
my
course, of
career
course.
though. Started my career in banking. I did that for like 5 years. I worked with Access Bank, and then I moved to investment management after 5 years. And it's been such an interesting journey because first I have a love for technology just naturally. And then with my, foray into investment management, advising clients on, the markets, what portfolios they should do, invest in, just kind of creating personalized portfolios for them, as well as my love for tech. I then moved into product management, even within an investment management firm. And I think that the knowledge over the years I've garnered from banking, investment management, and product management, strategy, sales, all of them have kind of come together, confluenced to, bring me to where I am, now, right now, in summary.
Okay. Now, how has technology changed the landscape of wealth creation in Nigeria over the past decade?
Um, I mean that technology, I always see technology as a tool in itself, right? But it has opened up
Yeah.
various pathways for financial participation, entrepreneurship. You now have people, I mean, they even what's the word now? Not just hobbies, career paths that did not exist, without that would not have existed without technology, or that's, should I say, opening up of our minds of pathways to entrepreneurship, investment beyond traditional structures. So I mean, some of the things that have helped has been mobile connectivity, the digital tools that have, that are, at our fingertips today. They've helped people, have access to more financial services. People are able to trade online, build businesses that have low barriers to entry. You have people running their businesses, solely on Instagram, for instance. So although some other
Yeah.
tech tools have then come to help them, structure. You have small businesses, small business owners, freelancers, creators that now operate in the digital market space, which were, previously out of reach. We've also seen financial inclusion deepen. So people that hitherto were not able to participate in, should I say, the financial services sector, even in wealth management, because it was left for, a subset of people with plenty money because of the way the market was at the time. We've seen them, be increasingly included because of access, that has been, should I say, funded or, supported by technology. So essentially, technology has shifted wealth creation from privilege based to now more participatory.
I don't know if you have an idea of what are the those most impactful tech innovations that has really shaped the wealth creation market generally.
I mean, it's a whole lot. Sometimes you think about it in like there's a big technology, but there's just simple tools as well. I would say that I mean there's blockchain, and not blockchain from just crypto trading, even though there's that, right? The obvious crypto trading, but there's even like blockchain technology that helps support data privacy, if you like, right? And security. There's obviously AI. I know that we've said, I mean, a lot of people have been saying AI these days, but man,
Everybody's
I
talking about
really
AI
think,
now.
I promise you that, I mean, I want to say we're at infancy stages, but I don't even think it's infancy anymore because the growth rate is so high. And I know that there is a lot that, AI can impact um, this sector very positively. Another thing I'm really excited about is data analytics, which I've increasingly been looking into as well, because it plays a key role in personalizing investments, right? So rather than, oh, this, this is the audience, there is now, this is Paul, this is Renah, because of the data, obviously within the um should I say the buckets or the guardrails, if you like, of data privacy. But I'm able to tell a lot more about you and offer you, solutions that help impact you in your specific or unique, circumstance. Recommend suitable portfolios for you. I would say investment apps as well. When I first joined this industry, we didn't have many apps, that was a huge innovation at the time. But we've seen increasing participation by wealth managers, or financial sector players, right? And I would use, I'm going to tell my markets, but because platforms like Zedcrest Wealth provide you, no, but it's true, because you have
Yeah,
investment
but
apps,
yes, I
other
know, I
apps,
know.
we provide access to naira and dollar mutual funds, other
Yeah.
investment vehicles that enable everyday people, even those that are new to investing, to grow their wealth in different asset classes. This wasn't possible a couple of years ago with the kind of flexibility and access that people have, right? And then, I mean, there's obviously some of these has also been, supported by mobile payments, and the shift is making transaction faster, safer, and so much more convenient. So yes, I would say some of these are some, not all, of the impactful innovations in this space.
Let us talk about specifically your market, as you said. Uh, how does Zedcrest Wealth integrate technology into its wealth management solution for clients?
You get me started because it's something I'm really excited about. I promise you, and not just because I'm
Mm,
there, but I mean, maybe also because I'm there. For starters, we operate a fully digital platform. In fact, over time, we've had to create allowances for people that are not as technologically savvy, or that are not that a bit agnostic to technology, right? But we operate a fully
yeah.
digital platform that offers, like I said, flexible savings, investment products in Naira and in USD, right? And even in bite size. I mean, we have products and solutions for everyone, but from bite sizes to large transactions, where
Mm,
where we have a platform, which is fully digital platform, and even back end, technology solutions that supports the business, right?
mm,
So now up to you're able to buy mutual funds, treasury bills, commercial papers. You can easily
mm,
access all of this on the mobile app for individuals, but even on the corporate web app for businesses also, right? One of the standout
mm,
features of our approach is that we use technology to eliminate common barriers. So if you think about onboarding, what does that look like today? I want to be able to liquidate. Can I have access to my money? Can I fund my wallet? Can I invest in different products at a go? All of that, headache we've taken away from people using technology, right? Every
mm,
product has its own peculiarities, but the goal for us is to simplify wealth creation. Well, we always say, even before every presentation we have, is we want to demystify wealth creation. We want to give people access using technology and insights, right? So as much as possible, we try and simplify. One of the things
mm,
that we've also done is we've gamified the entire experience, right? So if you think about Duolingo, you might think about Duolingo for finance. We've gamified it
yeah.
such that you get rewarded for every action you take, right? So we're helping you help yourself. So when you onboard, invite your friends. When you take our quizzes, if you participate in savings tournaments that help you meet your savings or investment goals, right? You get rewarded with
Mm,
Z coins for it, because we want wealth
mm,
to fit into your everyday life and everyday experience. So, and then these Z coins are not just sitting on the app; they apply to real world benefits. So we've partnered with Uber, with Chowdeck, with Bolt, with Circuit TV, so that your Z coins can apply to real life discounts on their platforms, right? So every action you're taking has benefits, not just in the knowledge you're building, or the what's the word, or the returns you get on your investment, but you're also getting other rewards that help, kind of soften the blow you are facing on your food or transport costs or even entertainment, right?
mm,
I will keep going if you don't stop me. But let me just kind of say, like, financial literacy for us is very, very important. We've gamified that entire thing as well, because for us, if you're more empowered, then you're able to make informed decisions, right? So
mm,
last week rather, we launched our Zedcrest Wealth Academy. What that means is that you go on the app, on the academy on the app, and you're able to go from beginner to intermediate to advanced learning. So for a beginner, you're thinking, what we're saying, what is money? Like, very granular. What is money? What is savings? What is budgeting? And it's done in such a fun, interactive way that you are able to retain knowledge, you're able to engage, but you're building knowledge over time. For us,
yeah.
that's super, super important.
Mm.
And then,
Now,
for, like I said, for businesses, you use technology as well. So yeah. Yes.
mm, now there are a lot of people who would want to ask what's the benefit of investment platforms like yours, like opening up opportunity. How does it open up opportunities for Nigerians to grow wealth? A lot of people do not understand that. In terms of sensitization now, many
Mm-hmm.
people don't know about some of these apps. But as
Mm,
someone who is in the industry, how
yeah.
is digital investment platform, how is it opening opportunities for wealth growth for Nigerians?
Um, let me say, how is it opening up opportunities? I mean, first of all, let's start with knowledge. That's number
Yeah.
one, right? Because
Mm.
before now, people, even now, let me say before now, because even now you have people that say, investments, I don't have the money for that. So, like, no way. There's so
They
much
think it
that,
runs into millions if they need
yeah,
to
they just
start.
think it's
Some people
one thing
think,
up in the air. Yeah, which is why
yeah.
that's our mission, is to demystify it, right? Because whether
Mm.
you like it or not, you are being impacted by finance, right? Every day, I'm sure you have gotten
Yeah.
debit alerts today as two of us are speaking now. Do you get?
Definitely.
You have
Definitely.
transferred money to
Yes.
somebody. Somebody has said, give me urgent 2K, all of that. You have bought data. So how do you think about your the fund, your should I say income streams, on the first hand? On the other hand, how do you think about allocating funds to the different areas of your life, including investments, such that investments become one of your income streams, so that as you are going to
Mm.
work every day, your investment is going to work as well. So as you are earning your salary, your investment is paying you some salary as well, right? That's how you have to be able to think about it in a very simplistic way. Now, in fact, at some point, I've even forgotten the question you have asked me because I'm getting really excited. But, but then when you're thinking about, I think your question is around platform, right?
Yes.
In
Like
what kind of
my
digital
question is my
platforms?
question is around how digital investment platforms are opening opportunities to Nigerians to grow wealth.
Okay. So one is the fact that, again, I've spoken about knowledge. I've spoken about the fact that you're able to grow wealth with the knowledge that you build over time. You think about
Mm.
compounding interests, right? And you think
Mm.
about investments, but you're not thinking about the
Mm.
role that you're playing, because we always think that it's on the outside. There's one money outside, or there's one technology platform outside. But no matter
Mm.
how much knowledge you have and how much digital tools you have in your hand, one of the things you need to do is self-management. How are you able to build
Mm.
discipline? People think, oh, they need to have one plenty money like that sitting somewhere. But how about contributing a portion, maybe say mark a percentage, for instance, maybe 10% or 20%, that you are consistently using to build wealth? Now, it might not look like much in the short term. We also have to have a long-term approach to our life, because we're going to reach there anyway, by God's grace, right?
Mm.
So if you think,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
20-year investment, you're thinking, why am I waiting for 20 years? But you're going to get to 20 years from now, aren't you? Right? So how do you build up a habit that helps you? But something else that helps you is a principle called compounding interest, where you're able to compound, you're able to earn much more than the amount that you are saving today, because of the principle of compounding interest over time. So on the app, on Zedcrest Wealth app, once again, you can go and try test out and say, okay, if I invested, you could even go on our website, you can say, oh, if I invest this amount, consistently over this period, what am I going to get, um,
Mm.
over time, right? And you can see that it is much more than what you would have invested if you added all the money you invested together, because of that principle. But I'm also going to talk
Mm.
about compounding interest from a knowledge standpoint, because if you expose yourself to financial knowledge, no matter how simplistic, over time you build, the knowledge compounds, right, to the point where you are now more confident to make investment decisions. But if we left, you know, um, just even investment platforms, they're also like budgeting tools that can help you track your, your funds allocation. So they can even see, are you mismanaging money in the first place? And it will help you see loopholes where you can even have cut back. Not saying don't enjoy your money, you worked hard for it, but how can you budget your enjoyment? That December is coming now. Don't spend all your money, how do you budget? So it's true. So you have, transfer platforms like, payment platforms that help you do transfers,
Mm.
in and out. You have wealth management platforms like Zedcrest Wealth app that help you manage your funds. You have budgeting apps that help you, kind of see where your money is going and help you see where you can block loopholes. But, I don't know. There's just so much. I'm not sure that this question can cover it. But yes,
Yeah,
it's, and
yeah.
then if I speak to, forgive me, if I speak to the Zedcrest corporate app, right, for businesses specifically, you're able to see insights into your business, right? You're able to see where you can add, build efficiencies, or block out where you are misallocating funds, if you like. But more importantly, you're able to do what we call cash management. Some people will say, oh, let's say importers and exporters, right? Some people will say, oh, I have this money, I'm going to use it in 2 weeks. Why is it sitting idle? It can be in the mutual fund and the money market fund, where you are earning money while you wait, while you hit certain milestones. I speak to a lot of people that are into real estate, for instance, and they tell me, they're building one project. I'm like, yes, but you're not building it in one day. You have a 3 months time, milestone. You have a 3 months pipeline. I don't know the English now. Timeline, sorry. Right? And you're
Yeah.
going to be doing this bit by bit. So why don't you maximize returns on the free cash flow, so that it's not sitting at zero, so that at every point you're earning money anyway, right? Pending when you need to utilize the funds. So, these platforms help you track, they help you consolidate, they help you get insights, they just make your life easier, if you like.
Yeah, we could talk about tech, taking over a lot of things that we do around the world now. But the challenge is we still have a lot of people who are not used to technology. Now, what do
Mm-hmm.
you think are those challenges Nigerians face in adopting technology for wealth creation? And how do you think they can overcome it?
Number one is trust. They'll be like, who are you? Where are you from? So like many people have experienced, I mean, we've gone through different phases. People have experienced like, or heard stories about like scams. I mean, some have, see, Nigerians have lost over 300 billion, if I'm correct, in the last maybe 5 years. And we came up with something earlier this year to share that data. To scams. These are people that generally, collectively, we have said, "Oh, we don't have money," but because because of sharp sharp, let me just quickly do this one. But think about it now. You want to quickly do sharp sharp, but then your money gets stuck, so you don't even get the interest like we promised, nor do you get your capital back. Now, because of these sorts of experiences, one major challenge is trust, right? And so especially when you're talking about digital platform, you're not seeing my office. I have office, shall just FYI, in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. But when you look at the app, because you're going to download the app from the Play Store, from the Google Store, then you're thinking, I don't know these people. Oh, where's their office? Why am I just going to put my money in an app? So what is important for even people like us is to communicate clearly, is strong regulation. Even one of the things that the SEC has asked us, the Security and Exchange Commission, which is our regulator, has asked us to do that on every, advert on our platforms. We must state that we are licensed and regulated by the SEC, to give people, should I say, some level of trust, or comfort, if you like, right? Another thing is financial literacy. Like I said, you know better, you do better. If you're not empowered, people want to grow their money, but they don't know where to start. And it can be, like I said, I even have friends, I'll say, let me give you my money, go and invest it and come back. I'm like, I'm not a bank. Put your money in Zedcrest Wealth. My name is Renah Omo. Put your money in Zedcrest Wealth. I can't hold people's money by myself. So what we need to do is take responsibility for our lives as well. But also, as wealth managers, we have the responsibility to educate, right? We do community outreaches, with churches, with schools, with what's it called, staff of organizations, which is part of why we came up with the Zedcrest Wealth Academy, because we saw a lot of people taking our quizzes consistently on the app, but then a lot of people asking how far. Some of these questions they're asking me, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to answer them from, which is why we then said, what, let's go to drawing board and let's empower people with all of the tools that they need to, that will help them, raise their financial literacy. And it's really, 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 I will encourage, you will do yourself a disservice if you don't if you don't download Zedcrest Wealth app and join the Zedcrest Wealth Academy, because it will literally help and change your life. Another issue is digital access. As much as, I've talked about digital penetration and all of that, there's still cost of data, unreliable internet sometimes, price of smartphones. So people, as much as you and I can say, oh, we have access to it, there's still many people that don't have access to these things, right?
Yeah.
So that's the challenge that some people would face, right? Even though it's not, across the board. Then there's regulatory uncertainties. Sometimes policies will change, and I mean, and rightly so, because you still have anti-money laundering, rules or money laundering happening or cyber, crimes happening. And so the regulator has the duty to make some rules, kind of tighten some rules, and sometimes that kind of stifles innovation. So but there has to be like there's a tension, but there has to be a balance. And we've seen increasing support from the regulator, in this space. Before now, crypto did not even have any sort of regulation, but with the new ISA that the SEC had come up with, they've started bringing increasing regulation around how we act with, cryptocurrency investments and things like that, right? And then there's just the normal rise of living costs. Some people say,
Yeah.
I should be somebody that we eat that we first invest. So they still have, there's still some of that. I mean, those are some of the challenges that that can limit investments in this space.
Now, in 60 seconds, because of time, what advice would
Okay.
you give young Nigerians who want to
Ah,
leverage on tech for financial growth?
understand your financial goal because it's for you, right? You are
Mm,
the one that wears the shoes. So understand what you want, then choose the right platform. Like I've said, choose the
mm,
right platform that is first, should I say trusted? Is it regulated by
mm,
the SEC or whatever regulations that that cover that industry? Stay curious. You have to learn. You can't leave your destiny in another person's hand. So, and everything is moving so fast. So just stay curious, ask questions. Nobody's going to beat you up for asking questions, right? Again,
mm,
spoken about security and trust. Prioritize that because your money cannot go to waste. So ask the question: this money that you want to, what are you investing in it? It's in, right? Who is your regulator? Not someone just come up and everybody starts running helter skelter to do something that they don't even have any idea about or where the money is invested. Also, diversify your investments across currencies. So you have naira and dollar investments on the app, for instance, and with as little as God knows, I don't know, 2,100, $10. There's something for everybody. So there's no excuse. And then be patient because again, it's not MMM. You have to take a long-term approach to your life, even though you have different objectives. So invest for different objectives: short-term, long-term, medium-term. Yeah. 60 seconds. Did I hit 60 seconds?
you use more than it, but my final question to you, Renah, before we run
Ah,
off. Now, what,
yes.
what, my, this is my final question. What is your
Okay.
vision for the future of tech-driven wealth creation in Nigeria? Let's say in the next 5 years.
Um, in the next 5 years, we're going to see a lot more personalization, right? Like
Mm,
we do always talk about AI and data analytics, and these are really big topics. But
mm,
increasingly, you are seeing wealth managers adopt it, right? And so you're going to see a lot more personalization, versus just buckets and buckets of investments for people to do. So I think that that's where you see, and you see a lot more access, obviously. If we, like I
mm,
spoke about compounding interest, if people take their financial literacy seriously, over time the knowledge will compound, people's knowledge will increase, and then they will have more. They become more sophisticated investors, if you like, and more knowledgeable in the minimum.
mm. Renah Omo Osiemi, the Managing Director of Zedcrest Wealth, thank you for joining me on the show this week.
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. Bye bye.